What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. I am back live again. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Gonna hang out a little bit. But first, I gotta find out, are we on the record? Somebody let me know. Are we on the record tonight? Hello, everyone that's saying hello in the chat. I need to know, are we on record? Because I'm not starting this until we on the record. Because Hutch was good on that. Okay. All right. Yeah, is this a quarter record? All right, Laura said we are on the record. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure because I'm not saying anything unless it's on the record. It has to be noted because I gotta make my statement. Hey, what's up, the Arthur Rhino? What's going on? Glad to see everybody in here tonight. So okay, I appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, I covered for those of you on my channel who don't know, I covered for Team Skeptic this week, and we had a good time over there. So I was in the comments over there, hanging out with people, and yes, I established jurisdiction. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate that. No, I'm Hutch over here, William. And for those of the people that watch this after it's over, y'all won't believe how much I go through with these live videos. People jump on and say, "You're talking too much." I'm like, it's a live stream. They don't get it. I don't know. But we all know who are here in real time what's going on. So I appreciate everybody for showing up tonight. Oh, you want to see my oath, Jeffrey? All right, I'll show you my oath. But it's oath, OAF, oath of office, not oath. All right, so I had 4 videos tonight. The video that you saw on the thumbnail is going to be the third one because I got to do a little bit of catch up because I was here and then I covered for Team Skeptic. So I have Judge Perkins with Christopher Gray because I got to follow up on the ones that I've already had. And then we're going back to Judge Shackelford's court because I'm definitely going to make an analysis of that guy over there. And then I got 2 other ones that y'all going to like. I'm quite sure. We'll talk about that when we get to that point. So I'm going to go ahead and get in here so we can get going. Where's my bond? You have my bond. All right. So let me switch over. I'm going to be the small guy and we're going to start here. Is everybody ready? Let's go.
Mr. Christopher Gray.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. What is your date of birth, please?
7/11/72.
Okay. Would I be correct in saying that you do not want an attorney?
You would be accurate in that assessment, sir.
This is the City of Detroit versus Christopher Gray, case number SP 1357945, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1191985, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1629749, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 2678665, counts 1, 2, and.
Hey, sorry, I gotta say something about that. Yeah, I think about him when I see him up here. Only thing is that when he gets upset, if he doesn't stutter and he goes like, "Hey, I told you to be quiet," huh? Then he'll have Denzel all the way down. I think about that too. Oh no, I don't have it yet. I'm still waiting on that. I thought you were gonna take care of that for me. Thank you, Harry.
And 3, appearance. State your name for the record, please.
I'm appearing as Christopher Gray, attorney in fact for Christopher L. Gray under the limited power of attorney. It's a limited appearance made solely to address the jurisdiction and procedural defects of the matter that we have before us. I'm not consenting or to any presumed or implied claims. And what we're looking for is the verified evidence and proper legal process to be adhered to. The notice that we received was insufficient under MCR 1.105J, and it didn't meet the due process standards. The complaint didn't have the essential elements, that the court requires and it wasn't signed by the prosecutor. So I'm saying that there's no jurisdiction, and I'm asking that the court rule and dismiss it for lack of jurisdiction.
Okay. I don't interrupt a lot. Y'all know that. But what did he just say? Because to me, that was just a whole bunch of words. I mean, he tried to come off intelligent, and I'm not saying anything about his intelligence. But when I heard this, I was like, what? What is he saying? If somebody knows what he's saying, let me know. But I think it's just a bunch of gibberish. It's just, I mean, not him, the words he said out of his mouth. Let me keep going.
Cited court rule MCR 1. Cite that rule again, please.
MCR court rule MCR 1-208, 1-108. Is that 1-10? MCR 1. Wait, let me have that. MCR 1-105.
MCR, that's construction. These rules are to be construed, administered, and employed by the parties and the court to secure the just, speedy, and economical determination of every action, and to avoid the consequence of error that does not affect the substantial rights of the parties. So I'll deny your motion based on that.
It doesn't mean anything. So what he just read was that MCR, whatever he quoted, that means nothing. Well, it means nothing in this case.
That rule.
Could you explain, Your Honor?
No, I'm not going to explain. I don't answer questions. I ask them. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. I'm going to give you a $0 bond. If you want to appear before the court on your own behalf, you have to know the rules. And you cited a rule, and I denied your motion on that rule that you cited. Okay.
Well, what I'm asking is your explanation as to why on the record, so that I can address that issue directly, Your Honor.
Well, the explanation, you said that you cited that rule because the court didn't have proper notice, right?
Yes.
All right. So that rule that you read had nothing to do with notice.
But in actuality, it does, Your Honor.
Well, that's between, I say that it doesn't. So based on that, I'm denying your motion.
So I know y'all saw him just tapping on the screen. I'm wondering if he went to the Sovereign Citizen app to see if he can find another part of the script.
You can take it up to the circuit court and appeal my decision if that's your choice.
Understood.
What do you want to do with these cases, sir? You want to offer, or do you want to set it for a jury trial?
I would consider an offer.
Okay, go in the breakout room, Miss Snyder. Mr. Gray is appearing on his own. Oh, she's in. Let her speak to the attorney, and I'll put you in a breakout room with the city attorney when she's done. Okay.
Very good.
Let's pass the matter. All right. Did you talk to Mr. Gray?
I did, Your Honor. I sent a chat. He wants a jury trial date with a final pretrial date. We might be able to get rid of some of the charges at the final pretrial.
We already knew when he went into the breakout room that this is going to be the response. He's one of the nicer ones, though. I can't say he's one of the nicest sovereign citizens or soft citizen or whatever you want to call them. But you know he wasn't going to take no deal.
Can I get a jury trial date from Mr. Gray? Please.
Are we back on Mr. Gray, Judge?
Not yet. He hasn't come out.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull him on now.
Mr.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Owens. Mr. Owens, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, this is a dismissal.
That's correct, Your Honor. Pauline Stroke on behalf of Mr. Owens. Mr. Owens' dog was put down on June 15th, and the officer is satisfied, and she's agreeing to a dismissal with stipulated probable cause.
Hey, that's my mistake. This was supposed to be edited out, but why not listen to it? I didn't do this on purpose, but I don't know. Let's find out what's going on with the dog.
All right, sorry to hear about, where's Mr. Owens? Oh, sorry to hear about your dog, Mr. Owens.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I will, the cases will be dismissed. How old was your dog?
11.
What kind of dog was he?
It was a terrier mix, what they call a Winslow Terrier mix. What she was mixed with, I don't know, but I love that dog. I cried like a baby.
I love mine too. I got one dog that's 18 years old.
What?
And yeah.
It's got to be a small dog, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Maltese, and
okay.
He's blind and can barely hear, but he gets around. He makes it to his food. He makes it back to his bed and everything, and he just keeps on going. I told my daughter, I say, you know, the good die young. That dog was meaner than a hornet. He'd come on here, run up on anything. I said, that's probably why he's living so long. Case dismissed, sir. Best of luck to you, and our sympathy goes to you, all right?
Thank you.
August the 19th.
August the 19th. All right, let's see if we can get Mr. I'm gonna just open up, close all the rooms.
19th.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Gray, Mr. Christopher Gray. I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel and see if you could resolve the matter. As I'm being told, and I'll let you tell me for the record, that you want a jury trial date. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what happened the last time? So now we're not gonna keep doing this. There was a jury trial date on 6/24/2025 set. And
we were looking for, I was looking for notice to some type of notice from the court. I didn't receive that. And so that was.
But we talked about that. Turn your camera on. But you got notice when you left the court room that day, right? When we were on Zoom, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not gonna happen again, all right?
Understood.
So is this New Bedford Street your address now?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right, where are we talking about? You want me to update your address here with the court?
Yes. Can I send that to you?
Send it in the chat, yeah, please.
Yes, sir.
He was smart enough to know that we listening, but I would have muted it anyway.
The jury trial date is gonna be August the 19th, 2025. And at 8:30, we'll just have everybody appear at 8:30. I'm gonna set a final pre-trial date. The jury trial date is gonna be in person. Jury trial
I'm fine. I didn't see that. How are you?
in person. Final pre-trial. All parties
Sorry, I was unable to respond.
must appear, but you don't have to appear in person for the final pre-trial. The final pre-trial can be on Zoom, but all parties must appear. That includes the officers. And then on August the 18th, that'll be the final pre-trial at 8:30.
Understood.
Are there going to be any motions? Let's just set a motion date.
Yeah.
For-
later. Yeah. Let's get, let's do it.
Let's make a motion date for August the 8th. Motions due August the 8th, 2025. And a response to the motion, if any, will be August the 15th, 2025. I'm waiting on now the new address.
Did you get that?
Yes,
Got it? Okay.
yes. What I'll do also, what is the zip code over there?
4216.
That's in the city of Detroit.
Yes, sir.
All right. 235. So, anything further? Anything further from any other department?
Not for the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very well. All right, Mr. Gray, if there's nothing further, have a very good day. Best of luck.
Have a
to
great
you
one.
guys.
Appreciate your latitude, Your Honor.
Very well. All right, have
Yes,
a good
sir.
day. Best of luck to you.
All right, this one, I'm gonna be reacting to myself, but I already did this one on the channel, but I just wanted to do both of his videos together. So this is Randall Green. The first time he was in the court, I forgot the judge's name, but Judge Shackelford may have just been off or something. So this judge, a lot of people was talking about the way he talked. So you'll see my reactions in here. I just put this back in here, and then the next one after is the other one we're going to really talk about. And I saw a lot of comments about dogs and stuff in here after that case, and a lot of y'all really appreciate it. I seen comments where somebody said, yeah, it's good to hear Judge Perkins talk like a regular person instead of being angry with these people. So those of you who mentioned that you may have lost a dog in the chat, sorry for your loss on that. Animals are good, good things to have, and they are loyal animals. So we're going to move on to now back to this guy. Let's go. All right, today we got a pop-up sovereign citizen that I've never seen before, and he's telling the court that he want to get paid for his time. So let's go in and see why he think he needs to be paid for his time. Let's go.
All right, good morning. I'm Judge Chungan. We are here on people of the city of Taylor versus Randall Crane. Good morning. I see Mr. Crane up on screen. Sir, I believe you are muted. If you could unmute, please. There we go. Good morning, sir. Would you state your name, please?
My name is Randall Timothy Crane.
No family of, no special appearance.
Good morning, Mr. Crane. And on behalf of defendant, today we have, please.
James
Mr.
Kazicki. I'm the House Counsel. I spoke with Mr. Crane. We had a breakdown in communications. I don't believe I can go forward representing him. We do not, support the same theory of law.
We all know what that means.
Mr. Crane, sir, you do have the right to have a court-appointed attorney. Do you wish to have a court-appointed attorney, or are you going to represent yourself at this time? You could change your mind later on, but at this stage, sir, are you representing yourself?
Sir, me and the House Counsel do not agree on a bunch of things.
I understand that. My question is, all you're here for today is I'm going to actually give you the formal arraignment and conduct a pretrial. All I'm wondering, sir, is are you going to represent yourself at this limited proceeding? That's all, sir.
I would like to have a assistance.
You have assistance, but you don't want it.
Okay, all right, but at this time, we do not have other counsel. But what I am going to do is what we call an arraignment. All arraignment, sir, is just a formal reading of the charges that are lodged against you. That's all it is, and I explained that the rights that you have.
Okay, I see he's shuffling papers, so that may be the script.
Well, I understand my rights.
Hold on just a minute, please. Hold on just a minute. I want to make sure I have the complete file.
Also, we're looking at hearing one for those of you who have not seen this. So keep your notes on this one so you can compare him to the next hearing.
Mr. Guzicki, maybe you can offer a little assistance, sir. Okay, no, I've got it. So, for the record, Mr. Crane, you're here for an arraignment. As I explained, sir, arraignment is that initial stage of the criminal proceedings, or simply put, you're advised of the charges that are now formally lodged against you. I'm going to advise you of the rights that you have. You'll plead, after I'm done with that, then you plead guilty or not guilty. After that, sir, the next stage is something called a pre-trial conference. That's where you, if you're representing yourself, or you with your court-appointed attorney, you sit down with the prosecutor and discuss the merits of the case. Okay, sir. So in this matter, you are charged on the complaint of Taylor PD Officer Schillenberg, who states that on March 26th, while in the city of Taylor, that you obstructed the officer from performing his lawful duties, specifically with respect to the stop on where he claims he observed you operating electronic device. Now, a misdemeanor charge in the state of Michigan. It's a criminal offense. It subjects you potentially to be 0 days in jail up to 90 days. Fines could be 0 up to 500. You could be placed on probation also for a period of up to 2 years. Of course, you have the right to have an attorney to represent you. If you can't afford one, one could be appointed. Of course, you start out with the presumption of innocence. You close with that presumption all the way through, unless and until the jury finds out or a judge rules the other way. Now, of course, you have the right to have a trial. The trial could be heard by a jury or a judge. At trial, sir, you and your attorney have the right to cross-examine all of the prosecution's witnesses. You could bring in witnesses that would testify on your behalf, and you could testify or not testify as you see fit. If you choose to remain silent, it can never be held against you. For example, prosecutor could never tell the jury that, oh, you must be guilty because you didn't testify. We don't allow that, sir. The people have to prove you're guilty, your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, having heard that charge, how do you plead to the charge of obstructing the officer? All right, I'm going to note that the defendant stands mute. Has the same effect, sir, as you pleading not guilty. Now, sir, you are going to have I need you to write this down, please. You will have a pre-trial conference. So you're going to meet with an attorney here in the court. You write this date down, July 16th at 9 a.m. It's an in-person pre-trial conference. Furthermore, sir, we're going to mail a notice of that date to the address that's listed on your ticket. not going to state the address now because this could go out for further public consumption. Not going to do that. But note, sir, July 16th, 9 a.m. All right. And at this time, I'm going to release you on a personal bond. You don't have to post cash. That's your word that you're going to come back on the July 16th date at 9 a.m.
Okay, I know y'all could use a break from him. Anyway, all right, though, bag 2 months of membership. Thank you for hanging in there with us. I really appreciate that. And you put that in there just how you said, let me pop this up here so I can get a break from listening to that judge. Somebody says it's in the comments. Y'all read what he said. I'm not going to say it here because then I'll be accused of saying on the record that he sound like somebody else. But y'all put it in the comments, so I'm not going to get sucked into that. All right, let's keep it moving. This one's almost over anyway. Then the next one will be nothing like this. I can promise you that.
All right, sir. Now, I also want to inform you, we have a couple of other charges. They're called civil infractions. One has to do with no proof of insurance and no registration. Sir, these being civil infractions, they can't be sent to jail for these. They're simply not criminal offenses. All right. You'll be fined up to $100 on each of those, but you can't be sent to jail. Just for your information, they are accompanying charges. So again, sir, today, you've stood mute. I'm going to note you're requesting appointed counsel. I'm also noting for the record, you had spoken with Mr. Kazicki and he's not able to represent you any further. And lastly, again, you're on a personal bond. That's your word that you're going to come back on that July 16th date. Understood, sir?
No, I do not understand.
Pardon me, sir?
No, I do not understand.
Okay, I think he's waking up now.
Well, I'll explain it again. You come back on July 16th in court for a pretrial conference. You meet with the attorney who will meet with the prosecutor. That's when they discuss the merits of the case. And right now, I've released you on a personal bond. You don't have to come to the courthouse and post any money. It's your word that you're coming back on that date. I've notified you here on the record of the court date, and further, you'll be mailed a notice.
Okay, huh? Thank you for the super chat, Dimebag. Oh, so your months have corrected itself now? Because I didn't steal them. Dimebag said, let me take a break in this guy once again. But no, thank you. I really appreciate that. So I'm glad if your months are showing properly now, I'm happy for that because I think he was on somebody was on stream with me. I've never seen that before, but at least you're good to go now.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand that part. But what I don't understand is I don't understand the jurisdiction that the court has over me.
Sir, you're going to be able to discuss that at a later date. This was just to advise you of the charges formally lodged.
Well, I would also like to advise the court that every day that I am in court, I require $1,400, and I will be charging the court $1,400 for my time.
He's one of the cheaper ones. I thought they started at least 1 million.
Sir, you can do as you see fit on that count. I'm just apprising you of your court dates.
Okay, Jay, man, you just became a member, and welcome. Welcome to the trust. We are so glad to have you here. And we have Dorian in the chat. T. Dorian, she'll guide you on where you need to be in your part in the trust. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate that.
And with that, you're free to leave the meeting, sir. Thank you.
This is going to be interesting because he started getting more into the script a little bit to me towards the end, but he do need some help. But anyway, we'll see how this is going to unfold when he has the next hearing, because I can't wait to see it. He may be more prepared on the next hearing. We'll find out. All right. See you on the next one. Okay, for the next hearing it's going to be a little bit more exciting than the first hearing that we just got through. So if everyone pay attention, we'll be able to get through this one with no problem. Let's go.
All right, this is 2509380M, the People versus Randall Crane. We ready on Randall Crane? Mr. Crane's coming up. Hey, you, Mr. Kazicki?
No.
Mr. Crane, do you have counsel? Was that you, Mr. Barron?
Your Honor, Todd Barrett, I did speak with Mr. Crane prior to the court calling the case today. I think that at this time, Mr. Crane's probably best served proceeding is on his own. There are some constitutional arguments that he's raising that I don't think as a member of the bar, I can.
Oh, is he a sovereign citizen?
He's making some sovereign arguments, yes.
Okay, I have very little patience for them. I will let you know that, sir. So, okay, tell me your name.
My name is Randall Crane. That's a living name, not a corporate fiction.
So you're a real person named Randall Crane.
Person. Okay.
Okay, no, listen to me. Sir, you're here today because you have some charges against you. All right.
I'm challenging the court's jurisdiction.
Okay, well, denied. Your motion's denied. I have jurisdiction to the Constitution of the state of Michigan. What's your next? I'm not arguing with you, sir. I have jurisdiction. So
you have to provide subject matter jurisdiction as well as personal jurisdiction to me before these can proceed.
Okay, your motion's denied. I have jurisdiction under the Constitution of the state of Michigan. What else? What else?
You do not have jurisdiction over the national.
I just said I did.
No, you don't.
All right.
Okay, see his progression and attitude. More of his confidence level has risen because I did another video this week where I was talking about a couple of other sovereign citizens that I've been covering, I mean, the last 7 days, who has been getting a little bit more aggressive. That this guy is new. So they meeting up somewhere, or they got some kind of app, and I'm gonna find out, or I'm gonna create a commercial for it.
All right. So, sir, do you want to proceed on these cases and talk to the prosecutor? Don't look on your phone while you're talking to me. If you
My notes are on.
No, you listen to me. If you don't know your sovereign citizen arguments well enough to come up here and say them, I can tell you can't have a court. I can tell you can't have a phone in here. I want you to listen to me. You're here today on misdemeanor charges. No talking. You're brought into court. You've already been arraigned. You have a charge of interfering with police officers in the while they're doing official business. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. You also have a civil infraction for operating using a mobile electronic device, first offense while operating a motor vehicle, a charge of no proof of insurance. Those are both civil infractions. Civil infraction for no proof of or no registration in a motor vehicle. So those are the charges against you, sir. I'm going to tell you the rights that are actually real rights that you have in this court. You have a right to an attorney appointed at public expense if you are indigent without money to hire an attorney, and if the offense charge requires a minimum jail sentence or the court determines that it might sentence you to jail. The appointing authority will decide if you are indigent and appoint counsel if you are eligible. You may have to repay the expense for an appointed attorney. You may contest your ability to pay the ordered fees if the court attempts to collect any cost for an attorney, and the court must determine your ability to pay at that time. If you have a trial, you have the following rights. You have a right to, this is how trials work. You have a right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial, and you can get an order signed by the court to require witnesses to come to court. You have a right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You have a right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent. If you chose not to be a witness on your own behalf, the prosecutor could not comment on your refusal to testify. Lastly, you have a right to be presumed innocent unless you are proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. If you enter a plea, obviously you'd be waiving those rights. You also have a right to be released on bond. Now, it looks like you previously stood mute on these charges, so you're here today for a pretrial. You have a few options, sir, under the law of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and statutory law and court rules in the state of Michigan. You can either retain your own attorney to proceed on this case, or you can have a pretrial with the prosecutor directly and try and work out an agreement, or we can set it for a jury trial, okay? Those are your options. You can get an attorney, use a court appointed attorney, but you understand that attorneys have an obligation to follow the law and not make frivolous arguments, which is what you want to make today. And if an attorney makes those arguments on your behalf, I could sanction them. So no attorney on this green earth is going to come in and make the frivolous arguments you're making on your behalf. Or you can speak to the prosecutor, or we can just set it for a jury trial. Out of those, I don't want to hear it. I want you to pick out of those 4 options what you want to do. Hire an attorney, speak with court appointed attorney, talk directly to the prosecutor to work towards a resolution, or set a jury trial. Pick.
Let me ask you a question.
No, I asked you a question and I'm telling you to answer it.
And I have the right to understand my rights and understanding.
Sir,
exactly
here,
what-
can you hand him this form? These are your constitutional rights I just read to you. Why don't you have a seat? You have a seat, read your rights, and I'll call your
Your
case
Honor,
back
I
up.
am asking for you.
Have a seat right now
What
and
was
read
your
your
oath of
rights.
Office.
Have a seat.
Have a seat right now and read your rights, sir. If you
I
don't
read-
understand them, read them.
I move for this court to dismiss.
Have a seat.
She is on fire right now. And that's the same week she had Eric Martin. She's tired of him. It's only going to get worse if any more coming to her court.
Where is he? Okay, well, that might never happen, but, what was that guy's name on that file? Because I'm assuming did he leave?
Cream, he did.
Did he leave?
Yes.
Well, he's big mad. Well, I need that file, so I'm gonna give him a bench warrant. All right. All right. Are you okay, Amy?
Yeah.
I'm coming. I promise I'll get to you real.
RFK Jr. is correct. Fluoride in water has hardened a lot of brains.
You know what? I know I should be more patient. I'm so tired of the sovereign citizen. All right, we're coming back up. This is 2509380M, the city of Taylor versus Randall Crane. Mr. Crane, you want to come back up? Mr. Crane, did you have a chance to go over your constitutional rights that I provided to you?
Yes, I understand my constitutional rights.
Okay, thank you, sir. So at this time, I gave you 4 options. Would you like to retain your own attorney? Would you like to speak with House counsel and have an appointed attorney? Would you like to meet directly with the prosecutor? Or would you like to set the matter for jury trial?
I'm going to be requesting for an order of change of venue.
Denied. Anything else?
He's too new to be even asking for that. So he's been schooled by somebody. He wants to change the venue. The last hearing, he really didn't know what was going on. Now he comes back on his second hearing, and now he's like an expert. And by the way, since I'm already stopped at the moment, Mr. Gecko just became a member. Thank you very much for joining our trust. And then Doran will help you out with getting navigated to where the trust secrets, trust stuff is located. She'll get you, she'll put it in the chat. But thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it.
There's no basis for that, sir. So I'm asking you, we'll just set it for a jury trial, okay?
I have to understand everything in regards to my case.
Sir, I gave you your constitutional rights so that you could review them. I also gave you the attorney,
I understand
a
that,
court-appointed attorney to go over those rights with. So I gave you an opportunity to understand your rights. I'm not going to entertain, listen, I'm not entertaining your sovereign citizen arguments because they're unfounded and they're not legal. There's no legal basis for them. So I'm not doing it. So now I'm asking you, out of the 4 choices I gave you, which one would you like to do?
I am required to understand everything in regards to my case.
See, that's where he's messing up right there. He keeps telling her he wants to understand everything that's going on with his case. Sovereign citizens don't understand. They comprehend. Let's go.
including subject jurisdiction matters.
All right,
as
well, you
as
can do your
personal
research. I'm
jurisdiction.
setting this for a jury trial. We'll see you back for your jury trial on November 14th of 2025 at 9:00 a.m. I really recommend you retain an attorney prior to that date, sir, because I know I'm gonna tell you what you're not gonna do, waste the citizens of Taylor's time with your nonsensical arguments. You're gonna come in, you're gonna try your case. Again, if you want to talk to House Counsel, you could do so. All
I'm
right,
not wasting the city of Taylor's time.
okay, good. We'll see you on your trial date. Have a good day.
Now that was a good hearing because she went in on him like crazy. Oh, okay, huh? The ordinal has dropped in. Okay, thank you for the super chat. Okay, peace to my brother J Hutch. All right, thank you very much for dropping in and dropping that in here, and welcome and thank you for joining us tonight on the live stream. Okay, for the people that watch it later, this is a live stream, so now here's a part in here where I can throw it back in there again. All right, so this hearing right here is in Judge Webster's court, and this guy wants to know why he was targeted on a traffic stop. All right, we just want to go in and check this out. All right, let's go.
All right, I'm going to move on to Mr. West. We are on the record in 2025 TR 894, State of Kansas versus Corey DeMural West. Jared Regier for the state. Are you Corey West?
It's DeMoriel.
DeMario, thank you. And at this time, you're charged with one count of driving while suspended. The fine ranges from 100 to 1,000, and the sentence ranges up to 6 months, although probation is an option. And it's usually the low end of the fine system that we see imposed. You do have the right to an attorney. Do you intend to hire or apply for attorney, Mr. West?
Not at this moment, no.
You know, you do have the right to an attorney.
Well, yeah, I know I have rights. I just don't intend to do it at the moment.
All right. Is anyone making you give up your right to?
Video.
Is anyone making you give up your right to an attorney, sir?
No.
All right. I will show that the defendant is knowingly and voluntarily waiving his right to counsel, and that should be noted on the record.
Start my video. There it is.
All right, Mr. West, how do you want to respond to this driving while suspended? It looks like your record would probably keep you from getting diversion. How do you want to proceed? Do you want a trial or do you want to plead guilty or no contest? Mr. White, you need to stop talking right now. I'm in the middle of another hearing. Mr. West, how do you want to proceed? Do you want to plead not guilty and set this for trial, guilty and proceed with sentencing, or no contest and proceed with sentencing?
We'll go just no contest. There's no.
All right, by pleading no contest, you don't want to admit that you were driving while suspended, but you don't want to deny it and take it to trial either?
I do have one question before I make that decision.
All right.
If we go to trial, would would it have to be stated why I was pulled over?
Well, not necessarily, but if you filed a motion thinking you had an illegal stop, perhaps it could be stated or would be stated. But typically it's noted on the record why they made the stop.
Well, I don't know why. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
Minus the no license. I have no reason why I was pulled over or nothing along those lines. Like there wasn't even a cop.
I didn't even know I was muted. Sorry about that, everybody. What I was saying was when he had to make those choices with Judge Webster, it was like, oh, you picking door number 1, 2, or 3? Because he was like, I think I'll pick. Like he was looking at a book, see what prize he was going to get. My bad. I didn't even know I was muted.
Next to me, like he was next to me, he wasn't behind me or anything. So I just wanted to clarify that on if I went to trial, would that have to be stated on why I was pulled over?
Well, the officer has some information written on the back of the citation. I'm not sure I understand the short.
Like, oh, mine, it doesn't say anything. It was just said.
Yeah, he usually, those are just his court notes, so that it goes to trial, it will help refresh his memory. Sounds like he checked your tag, and when he checked your tag, he found you were suspended. If I'm reading.
It's a random check is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just trying to figure out, what led to him pulling me over, minus him just randomly checking my tag. That's all.
Because that's what officers do when you're on the road, and they can run any tag they want to run. Just for y'all information, I'm sure y'all already know this. Sometimes they have tag readers, and tag readers go by. If you have a tag reader on the vehicle, and when that tag reader scans your tag, it'll let them know what's going on with the car and the driver. So if the driver has any issues, that's when you get pulled over.
All I'm trying to figure out.
He says OBS V1 as JT exited K196 onto EB K254. So those are notes for himself that I can't tell you what he's saying there. But if you wanted to take it to trial, you certainly could. He's got other notes on there as well.
They call my name.
Mr.
They
White,
already called my name.
Mr. White, quit talking. Quit talking. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't know you could hear me.
You're in the middle of another person's hearing talking. Okay, so Mr. West, you can have an attorney and the attorney can assist you with that, or you can continue to waive your right. It's your call.
Hello. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and wait. I just need to know that question for my sanity, but we'll go ahead and raise it. Go ahead and continue with the no contest.
Well, I can understand your concern and curiosity. I'd be the same way, but I can't tell you any more than what I've told you so far. And
that's why I was saying it's nothing against you. I just, I don't want to. It was just weighing on me. Like, that's all it was.
I don't know if you called the trooper, if he might answer that for you or not. I don't know what their policy is about that. Did you ask him at the stop why he pulled you over?
He didn't say anything. He was trying to take me to jail until the sergeant pulled up and was like, as long as your passenger's okay, you won't go to jail. So I have no reason. Like, I have no clue why or anything. And I really, I didn't want to be like that guy. So I'm just wanting to, we'll just get rid of it.
Don't feel bad for exercising your rights to a trial. If you want to do that, that's your right. Do you want me to set this over so you can think about things and check things out? I don't like to set things over, but sometimes I just have to make sure people get their rights.
That's understandable. I just didn't with how everything is going on in the world, I just didn't want to feel like I was just randomly singled out because of the situation. And that's really the only question I had. I know the fines and I know I won't get a diversion and all that cool stuff. I just didn't want something implemented on my record over something that I had literally did nothing wrong with, and I can't get an answer on why I was even singled out to be pulled over. Like, I understand people, they can run tags for no reason. I understand all of that. I just personally was like, yo, I wanted to know why you pulled me over, and he never gave me a reason besides, oh, well, you have it suspended.
That's the reason right there. I don't even know why he's trying to argue it. He knows he's in the wrong. So it's no point. It's no point. He needed an attorney. Pro se don't work for him.
I'm like, I understand that now. I didn't understand that then, but I understand it. But what did I do to give you a reason to pull me over is all I wanted to know. And he never gave me that reason. So
okay, I'm gonna give him the reason right now. The reason why he was pulled over is because Trish is celebrating 8 months of membership. That's why. Congratulations, Trish. Thanks for hanging with me that long. I really appreciate it. And hopefully your months are up to date, not like somebody else that tried to blame me for stealing a month. But thank you. I appreciate it. Let's get back to the guy that don't know why he was stopped.
But you didn't ask him because you didn't want to get into any kind of confrontation?
Oh, no, I asked him. He never gave me a reason.
Oh, he didn't give you a reason? Okay.
No, I asked him.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Mr. Regier, do you know why he was pulled over?
Your Honor, the state respectfully suggests any issues on that front would better become out at trial if the defendant indeed has some continuing concerns regarding this case.
Okay. Final answer, Mr. West. Do you want a trial or do you want to proceed with waiver of attorney?
Nah, we'll just go ahead and proceed. I don't have time to constantly stay wrapped up in it. I just had the question. It was answered. You can just sentence it.
All right. Okay, so you're waiving your right to attorney and no one's making you do that, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and how do you want to plead to driving while suspended?
Oh, no contest. No contest.
Okay, you're not admitting it, but you don't want to deny it and take it to trial, correct?
Hold it. Charizard, 3 months of membership. Oh, and you're welcome for the stream that you enjoy. And thank you for being here as a member for 3 months. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate that.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone making you enter a no contest plea today by threats or promise?
No.
All right. And Mr. Regier, have you have a factual basis, including maybe why he got stopped?
One moment, Your Honor.
I can state that I do have all that taken care of. My license and all that stuff is taken care of.
Well, Mr. West, when you plead no contest or anytime you enter a plea, the court has to have what's called a factual basis to support it. So I'm not just finding someone not guilty. And if you plead guilty, you generally give me the factual basis. But in this case, you're pleading no contest, which is perfectly your right. But then I have to ask the state for the factual basis. Somebody has to give it to me. Mr. Regier?
Yes, Your Honor. Were this case to proceed to trial, the state's evidence would show both through testimony of the officer as well as the certified driving record that a stop occurred on January 31st, 2025. The officer specifically listed the stop as involving a 2012 Dodge Charger and occurring on Highway 196 and Highway 254. The standard stance is those two roadways intersect at a location between Towanda and El Dorado. Well within Butler County boundaries, besides citing the defendant for a violation of KSA 8262. The officer specifically noted in the officer's notes for testifying in court that the registered owner of the vehicle was found to be suspended. The state's evidence would further show through the certified driving record that the same does appear to include a notice of suspension dated approximately 2 years prior to the stop occurring on January 31st, 2025. That notice of suspension appears to be dated December 19th of 2022. Appears to include both the defendant's name and a local address, as well as a suspension date on December 17th of 2022.
I still didn't hear what the original site was, or stop was. But you don't see that on the ticket, what the reason for stopping was?
Your Honor, the officer's note specifically noted that the registered owner was suspended, and then it would appear that the actual stop itself appears to be noted subsequently in the officer's notes.
Okay. So you were stopped because he knew you were suspended, but why he ran your record, I don't know. He ran your tag and it told him registered owner was suspended. So you still want to proceed, Mr. West?
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and just get it over with. Like, it's no point in going forward with that.
All right, I will find Mr. West guilty of driving while suspended. Recommendations for sentencing, Mr. Regier.
Yes, Your Honor. In this matter, the state is prepared to recommend the statutory minimum fine, court costs, a 6-month non-reporting probation subject to 120 days underlying sentence. I will defer to the court as to any issues concerning repayment of the case. And this does appear to be a case where the statutory requirement under KSA 21-2501 are still outstanding, as it does appear that this defendant appears pursuant to the summons that was filed with the court back in April of this year.
I see a lot of people talking about Regier in the comments. And it's funny because actually today, someone had told me about him being like the AI type person or a bot. And this is the first time I've ever seen this in my chat. Well, maybe I never gone live with this judge. I mean, I have her on my channel, but I do notice that every time he's reporting or whatever he's reading, it's like the same every time, like no emotion, just read everything and that's it. And then I'm hearing, yeah, he's like, they say he's like an AI. And I could see him being like an AI type. Because you walk around, just ask him a question, he'll give you the answer. And then I saw in the comments, they said, I wonder how he would be at a party. That's a good thought, because he's always the same.
Okay. The statute he was talking about, Mr. West, requires me as a judge to order that you get your picture and prints taken if you weren't arrested. And he's pointing out to me that you haven't done that yet because you came in on a summons instead of an arrest warrant. Is there anything you want to say about your sentence that hasn't already been discussed, Mr. West?
No, I just I don't is it just updated? Because I mean, I was already in trouble before and went through fingerprinting and a picture taken.
Well, if you had it done in another case, I still have to have you do it in this case. Yeah, every case requires it, if it's an A or B misdemeanor or above. All right, your sentence at this time is a fine of $100 plus 108 court costs. Your suspended sentence is 120 days. You won't have to serve that as long as you successfully comply with a 6-month non-reporting probation. You have 3 conditions to satisfy, and you will have satisfied your probation. First, do not violate any laws for the next 6 months. Second, can you pay the 208 in 30 days, or do you need a little more time?
Nah, it'll be paid in 30 days.
All right, and contact the clerk for all the options, including online if you want it. And then the third one is the booking and processing. Because the officer didn't arrest you, we didn't get that done. And if you'll click on an invitation to a breakout room that'll be on your screen shortly, you can go into a breakout room with court security too and set up a time to do that. And is the citation correct that you live there in El Dorado?
Yeah, I live in El Dorado.
Okay, so it won't be.
Oh, my bad. That is funny up there. And it made me go back. I hope I didn't go back too far. That threw me off right there. That comment, Mel. That was a funny one. Now I gotta see where I'm at because I accidentally hit something. I think I'm still close to the end. If not, I can move it up.
Guilty, and if you plead guilty, you generally give me the factual basis. But in this case, you're pleading no contest, which is perfectly your right. But then I have to ask the state for the factual basis. Somebody has to give it to me. Mr. Regier?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
If y'all want to hear him again, I'll do it. Just put a 1 in the chat. If not, I need to go past this. I got distracted and I hit the button. My apologies. So it's up to y'all if you want to hear Regier again. If not, I'll move it. So it has to be the majority. So I don't want to hold people up. People might have to go to work tomorrow or something. Only got 1-1. I'm about to move it up. Let's see. I hate that. I never try to do that. All right, hold on a second. Oh, wait a minute. They coming through now. All right, I'll rerun it because it's not that much longer anyway.
Yes, Your Honor. Were this case to proceed to trial, the state's evidence would show both through testimony of the officer as well as the certified driving record that a stop occurred on January 31st, 2025. The officer specifically listed the stop as involving a 2012 Dodge Charger and occurring on Highway 196 and Highway 254. The standard stance is those two roadways intersect at a location between Towanda and El Dorado. Well within Butler County boundaries, besides citing the defendant for a violation of KSA 8262. The officer specifically noted in the officer's notes for testifying in court that the registered owner of the vehicle was found to be suspended. The state's evidence would further show through the certified driving record that the same does appear to include a notice of suspension dated approximately 2 years prior to the stop occurring on January 31st, 2025. That notice of suspension appears to be dated December 19th of 2022, appears to include both the defendant's name and a local address, as well as the suspension date on December 17th of 2022.
I still didn't hear what the original site was or stop was. Do you?
All right, let me move it up.
See that you're looking good. You're appeared good.
As it does appear that this defendant appears pursuant to the summons that was filed with the court back in April of this year.
Okay.
I'm gonna let it run. It's almost over.
The statute he was talking about, Mr. West, requires me as a judge to order that you get your picture and prints taken if you weren't arrested.
There it is.
And he's pointing out to me that you haven't done that yet because you came in on a summons instead of an arrest warrant. Is there anything you want to say about your sentence that hasn't already been discussed, Mr. West?
No, I just I don't is it just updated? Because I mean, I was already in trouble before and went through fingerprinting and a picture taken.
Well, if you had it done in another case, I still have to have you do it in this case. Yeah, every case requires it, if it's an A or B misdemeanor or above. All right, your sentence at this time is a fine of $100 plus 108 court costs. Your suspended sentence is 120 days. You won't have to serve that as long as you successfully comply with a 6-month non-reporting probation. You have 3 conditions to satisfy, and you will have satisfied your probation. First, do not violate any laws for the next 6 months. Second, can you pay the 208 in 30 days, or do you need a little more time?
Nah, it'll be paid in 30 days.
All right, and contact the clerk for all the options, including online if you want it. And then the third one is the booking and processing. Because the officer didn't arrest you, we didn't get that done. And if you'll click on an invitation to a breakout room that'll be on your screen shortly, you can go into a breakout room with court security too and set up a time to do that. And is the citation correct that you live there in El Dorado?
Yeah, I live in El Dorado.
Okay, so it won't be too inconvenient for you then. So look for that breakout room and go in there with court security too. Anything else, Mr. West, before we adjourn?
Nah, I'm good.
Mr. Regier, anything further?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right, then Mr. West, look for that breakout room and you'll see court security too.
There it is. Y'all saw that guy. You started asking for him. And when I did it, when I was working on the video, I said, let me add this guy. Because this is funny now. Just to give you a heads up, there are dead spots in here a little bit throughout this hearing. Because as you saw before, it was his turn. He's all over the place. She has to wait for him to answer. Some of you look like you've seen it already before, want to see it again. Yeah, it's definitely a unique type of hearing. So we're going to go in on it. So if you just hear little dead spots, I just want to explain that because I never do that here. But yeah, this one is definitely something. So Nichelle, I saw you were one of them that kept asking, like, are you going to play him next? Yes. I was like, oh, well, good. I'm glad I added him on here. All right, let's go.
And now, Mr. White, if you'll click on that little microphone, please.
Can you hear me?
I can. I can't see you, Mr. White. You fight computers like I do, I think. Okay. Now click on the microphone. I need video and audio. There you go. Can you hear me, Mr. White?
I can hear you, yes.
All right, sir. We're on the record in 2025 TR 878, State of Kansas versus Brent Lee White. Jared Regier for the state. The defendant appears in person and pro se. You are Brent White? Yes? Sir, are you Brent White?
Yeah, I'm here for Brent White.
Now that statement there, because I watched it once, and then when I was going back through to upload this video, I heard him say that. I was like, okay, I think he wants to go into the little sovereign thing because he's saying he's here for that person, not himself.
You're not Brent White?
I am what gets called Brent White. How do I turn this camera around? I'm trying to show you.
Well, you're looking good. You're appeared good for me. You can't see?
Okay.
All right. So
It's all right. It's okay.
all right. So you're Brent Lee White, sir? I'm not clear on that. Do you answer correctly?
That's what the driver's license says.
That's what your driver's license says. Is that what your birth certificate says?
That's what it says.
Okay. So in count one, you're accused of operating a motor vehicle without a license, or at least a valid license, in Butler County on February 24th, 2025. This charge is a Class B misdemeanor. If convicted, you could be ordered to serve up to 6 months in the county jail, although probation's an option, and you could be ordered to pay a fine up to $1,000, although we often see a much lower amount imposed. In count two, you're accused of driving on that same date without liability insurance, and this charge is a B misdemeanor. If convicted, you could pay up to $1,000 in fines and serve an additional 6 months in the county jail. Now, this charge has a minimum fine that you must pay of at least $300, but no more than $1,000. You do have the right to hire an attorney. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for a court appointed, or you can waive your right and represent yourself. Mr. White, how do you wish to proceed on the issue of an attorney?
Well,
I'm sorry, you're cutting in. You're cutting in and out.
I wouldn't want to let anybody else represent me.
He doesn't want anybody else to represent him. It's going in and out. Want to say, what's going on, Lone Wolf? Thanks for popping in and checking on me. I appreciate that. Yeah, it would be nice if one of them can use the Zoom properly.
Okay, you're gonna have a better communication signal than what I've just heard, because I didn't hear but bits and pieces of that. You seem to be moving around a lot. Where are you?
Minneapolis County. My phone, it keeps dying. It's too hot outside to do this. It says
Well,
that
Mr. White, we have to be able to understand each other. Where are you?
Wichita, Kansas.
You're at Wichita, Kansas?
Yes. The corner of Pawnee and Minneapolis.
Okay. Can you get to a different location where I can hear you
my
better?
phone is like the milk. I got it plugged in right. This is the only plug-in I got.
Well, I may have to set this case over to another day, and you may have to come to the courthouse, because I am just not hearing you. You just keep cutting in and out. It's just not working.
I motion to dismiss.
You motion to what?
Dismiss.
Well, if you're going to motion to dismiss, you're going to have to do it where I can hear you and hear your argument.
I've already paid $1,500 to the BUDC. That's the BCDC. You can't read people's handwriting, but it's a Butler County cash bond. I was arrested on a bench warrant. County said a bench warrant for court, and today is the only court date I've ever had in Butler County until then.
I do see that you posted a $1,500 cash bond on June 7th of 2025 for you to appear today, and you have. But
what was the court date before day? What was the court date before it was?
I can't conduct hearing with this kind of in and out volume. So can you get to a better location?
There's Burger King over here, possibly better. Dollar General.
Okay, go to Dollar General and see if that'll help.
Can you still see me?
I can still see you.
Like
Tell you what, while you're relocating, Mr. White, while you're relocating, while you are, okay, you're in the Dollar General now.
I am.
Okay, I think we can hear you now. Yeah, but you're gonna have to stop moving around.
Now, how do I turn this camera around so I can show you what's
You're doing fine. I can see you. I would say don't turn it around. Stand still in one place.
Yes.
Okay, so the cash bond, I was arrested on a bench warrant for not showing up to court.
Okay. All right. Let's try this again. Stay in one place where you were. I heard you better. I think the deeper you go into the store, the more you lose signal. So can you go back more towards the outer door?
He should honestly be sitting somewhere so that he can talk to the judge. He's been walking the entire time, even when the other guy, Wes, had his hearing. He was just moving around.
Yeah, can you hear me right here?
Yes, that's very good. Don't move.
Hey,
all
Grandma.
right. Now, we're still on the record in state of Kansas versus Brentley White, 2025 TR 878. Jared Regier is still present for the state, and Mr. Brentley White is now at a location where I think we can conduct this hearing properly. And Mr. White, I acknowledge that you did post a cash bond in the amount of $1,500 on June 7th, 2025, to appear here today on count 1, operating a motor vehicle without a valid license.
That's not what this says, though. I disagree. It's not what it says. It says be here August 27th,
Okay. All right.
2025.
I'm reading from your complaint and information. And I've already gone over this, but I'm not sure the way your communication was going in and out that you heard me. You are charged with driving without a license, a B misdemeanor, and driving without liability insurance, another B misdemeanor. These both have maximum penalties of $1,000 fine and 6 months in jail. The insurance does have a minimum must order fine of $300. Sir, you have the right to an attorney. You can hire any attorney of your choice. If you cannot afford an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. You also have the right to waive attorney and represent yourself. How do you wish to proceed on the issue of an attorney?
I'd like to talk to an attorney, but I don't want anybody to represent me. But
Move forward or whatever you were doing a while ago where I heard you.
I do want to speak with a lawyer, but I don't want a lawyer. I don't want anybody to represent me but myself.
Okay. What I heard out of your garbled voice, you want an attorney, but you do not want anybody to represent you, and then I kind of lost it.
I will represent myself.
Oh, you will represent yourself. Are you an
But I
attorney,
would
sir?
like-
Are you an attorney, sir? I'm just
Is,
asking.
I'm not.
You're not, okay, but you want to represent yourself. You do not want a trained, schooled attorney.
I would like to consult with one. See,
All right.
this says it's for me to show up on August 27th.
Okay, that is a receipt.
That's the cash bond. That's the cash bond that you were talking about. It said that I was to show up here.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I understand why he's confused. His summons was for today's date, and then there were orders put into his case due to an unserved summons. He was arrested and bonded out, and his bond date is for August 27th, and that's where he keeps getting that date from. So his bond is not yet in his case. I just received the money for the cash bond.
Okay.
It was paid January 7th or June 7th.
All right. Well, you were told to be here today. You are here today.
And I was told that the bench warrant was for this court hearing. I mean, this is the first time I've had court in Butler County.
The day let's see.
There was a sheriff at my house to give me the summons for this day, and a neighbor told me about it. I called the sheriff's department. I was able to get a hold of the sheriff who was at my house, who told me that court was the 16th of July. I told him, I couldn't be there by 10, but I called the sheriff's department every time I went to that house. I never had another officer come to give me the summons.
All right, April
I did.
20, sir, April 21st, 2025, a summons was issued for you to appear July 16th, 2025. That much is correct. The problem is they could not locate you to serve you with that summons.
I called the sheriff's department every time I went to that house in Lakeland.
Okay. Sir, listen. So because they could not find you, after 8 days, they returned the summons to the court. And it said, the return said the address appeared to be vacant. And
No, I
they were
talked to the
unable to
officer.
serve them.
I talked to the officer on the phone. I told him that next time I was in town, I would call him. I called them. I was there like 3 or 4 times, and nobody ever showed up. I called, look at the call log, asked the
Well,
operators at the
okay,
sheriff's
sir.
department. They got tired of hearing.
Sir, I cannot hear a word you're saying. It is too garbled.
Nothing.
Can you go back to where you were initially when you first went in the store and I could hear you?
This is it right here.
You're at the front of the store?
Yes.
Well, I can hear you for a word or two and then I lose you. Okay, so that was April 21st that the summons issued. April 29th that it came back that the place looked empty and they couldn't find you. So let me finish, please. So then May 28th, 2025, I did authorize an arrest warrant and you were picked up on that and you posted a cash bond around June 7th. Actually, the return of the service was June 9th, 2025. And you did, who is that customers I'm hearing in the store?
That was me. I told you my phone. It's like,
Hey, Rob, glad you could join tonight. Everybody should know who Rob is, I think. If not, this is Rob, and I have to take care of Rob. He knows what it means because he started it on another live.
it's 2%. It's about to die.
All right. So anyway, you posted a $1,500 cash bond, and here we are. So let's get on to the business at hand. You have these charges. You said you want to waive your right to an attorney?
No, that's not what I said.
All right. Are you going to hire an attorney?
I don't have any money.
All right. Are you going to apply for court-appointed attorney?
Is a court-appointed attorney going to represent me?
Well, that's what they do. They represent defendants.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Can you put your camera back on?
I don't know. I don't know how. I'm trying. I don't know how.
Do you see the red camera-looking icon with the line through it?
No, I see.
Run your finger down the side or the bottom of your screen and see if it pops up.
I see the home screen, the team chat, the docs, the calendar, more.
Missy, do you want to? Definitely, if you have any ideas.
What? I'm in court, man. I'm getting kicked out of the store now. I'm out of here, man.
No, you're good. Yeah, we just have any voting going on and stuff like that.
My phone's fixing to die. What's the next date I can do this?
Now let's continue this, but you be at the courthouse in El Dorado at the next hearing.
I can't.
You have to.
I got no way to be there.
Well, if you
got no way to get there.
If you can't find a way, I will issue a warrant and the officers will pick you up and bring you.
I know. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying.
Good evening, K4. Glad you was able to pop by and say hello. Oh, Dilfbag, you don't know who Rob is? Rob is an attorney, and he comes through and he hangs out. And, he'll put stuff in the comments to let us know what's going on when we are watching these cases. So he's a very good person. And actually, I was just on a live stream with him on Colin's channel last week.
To do everything I can to not have that happen, just like when I was calling the sheriff's
Why are you
department.
talking fine? If you'll just start your camera, I can hear you fine.
I don't know how to start my camera.
Hang on. Missy, do you have any suggestions?
I got scheduled a meeting.
Listen, stop and listen, Missy.
The rabbit don't like my commercials? Or you saying that for me to put one in? I don't have one in on this one tonight.
I can ask him to start his camera. He started it a while ago, so I don't know why he can't start it now.
All right. Okay. Mr. White,
Here, can you see me?
I can,
Very good point. See, Dillbag, this is what he does. Yeah, she already know who he is. He's having trouble with, obviously, y'all have seen that. So sometimes when you're trying to use the FaceTime or whatever and the signal's not good, it's better to just either make the call or turn the camera off. It helps out quite a bit. So, but yeah, that's a great point. She already knows him. She heard his voice. He's been on here with her maybe a good 20, 25 minutes. So she really doesn't need it at this point.
see you. All right,
Okay.
you're applying for a court-appointed attorney or you're not?
I'm applying for a court-appointed attorney.
All right, where do you work, sir?
K15 in Pawnee, flea market.
You work at a flea market at
I
K15?
work downtown Wichita. I'm a street clown. I peddle a rickshaw.
Which is it? You work at a flea market?
I have more than one job. Is it
All
not
right, okay.
okay to have more than one job?
Slow down, listen, and then answer. You work part-time at a flea market at K15 in Pawnee. How much do you make per month doing that?
This is my second weekend. I made $23. But my
Quit moving, sir. If you would quit moving, I could hear you better. You get a good location and then you move away from it.
All right, so far $23.
$23. All right, you have a job as a street cleaner for Wichita?
Street clown.
Oh, a street clown.
I peddle a rickshaw.
Look at Ricky's face. Look. He actually broke it. Somebody was saying this in the chat. So I was like, wait a minute, let me look, because I never seen him make any emotions.
So yes, I peddle a rickshaw. I advertise for local
Look, he's trying to turn it back
business.
off. He had to turn it on. He turned it came out by mistake. He had to shut it back down. Yeah, K-Far, a street clown. I can't say nothing more than that. But that's his job. All I can say is he's been moving around quite a bit on this video. So maybe he's working right now.
This is which I'm not. Ain't got no advertisements right now.
All right, so you're not making anything at that right now. What else do you do?
I like that Rob though. Yeah, his suppression chip malfunction. I've never seen him smile before, ever. He just has that one look, and then he had to get himself back into like, all right, I have to calm down now.
That's it. That's it.
All right, why did you turn your phone off? Your picture's gone again.
Because it's dying. It's dying. My phone's at 1%. I told you it's
All
gonna
right,
die.
Miss Destiny, when can he come back? What? Don't make it that October date.
No, Your Honor, I was going to suggest the August 6th one. It's probably the last one I can put on there.
That's my daughter's birthday. That's my daughter's birthday.
August 6th, 9 a.m. You must be present at the Butler County.
I can't be there.
You will.
I can't be there. I can't make it that day.
You will, or you'll forfeit your $1,500 cash bond, Mr. White.
Uh-oh.
I'm asking, can we schedule it a different day? I can't make it.
We're moving mountains to get you a date on August 6th.
Let's just finish it right now.
Well, then make your camera work.
Your Honor.
Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, the state would respectfully have it noted on the record that given the attempt at a hearing that the court has made during today, the state does have concerns about preserving the integrity of the record.
Well, I have that concern too. Mr. White, I'm continuing this to August 6th at 9 a.m. You must be here or you will forfeit your bond and you will have a warrant.
Can we do any, can we?
I can't. I really can't.
Another day, October here.
No, October is too far out. We need to get this resolved. If you want a court-appointed attorney, contact the clerk and they can send you an application. And we can get that taken care of. It sounds like you're probably going to easily qualify. Do you have any other jobs besides street clown and flea market?
Yeah, Old Town Rickshaw and the flea market. And that's it. I'm looking. I'm trying.
All right. You don't have any other sources of income?
I don't.
Who supports you generally?
Me.
Hey, grammar school, I saw your chat, which you sent me in the chat. See if you can see my email address on the main page. Send me an email, and then I'll check about trying to get you into that chat. Let me just double check. If you tried to get in there, I've sent some of the members' responses back so they can get into the chat, and a lot of the members don't see the email. I don't know if you need to check your spam folder, but I do have members that are in there. Sorry, y'all, I had to address that for one of the members. So just see what you can do, and I'll see what I can do on my end for you.
On $23 a week?
I got a garden. My water comes from a well.
Okay.
I own the property I live on. That's
okay. What's the value of the property you live on?
I don't know. $100. I
Okay.
don't. I can't say. I can't say.
All right. Are you married or single?
Married.
And does your wife work?
She's a teacher.
She's a teacher, a
So
school
she's
teacher?
she's not working right now because school's not in session.
All right. Where does she teach? What school does she teach at? Yeah, we're just not having a good hearing. Mr. Regeer's right. So we're going to set this over to August 6th, 9 a.m. Turn in your application for court-appointed attorney, which you can get.
October. I'm asking for. I can't be there. I can't be there August 6th.
That is the only time I can fit it in, Mr. White, and that's the order of the court.
Not possible. Not possible.
That's the only time I've got to do it. And I'm not going to set this over to October,
I
which
can
is my
do it.
next.
I can do it on Google Meets again.
We are going to adjourn at this
It won't
time.
be like this. It won't
Your
be
Honor,
like
is
this
this
on
in
Google.
person?
It is in person. He is to be at the courthouse.
I
So I
can't be
don't
there in person.
have
I
this
can't be there in person. I can be there.
communication system.
I'm not sure why that date has to be the actual date. Like, maybe because he said it's his daughter's birthday, and she's like, well, that's not important. You need to come here to court. But also, they had that $1,500. They know he don't show up, they taking that. So I'm not sure. Like, say the 8th is on a Tuesday, maybe they could do the Tuesday after. But he's definitely begging. But he probably shouldn't have said that it was just his daughter's birthday.
This is just totally unacceptable, and you've got till August 6th to find a ride. We'll be in recess at this time.
Can we please do another date? Another
Well,
date.
I wish I could. Destiny, can you do any other day? Is it because it's your daughter's birthday or because you don't have a ride? Because
I don't have a
well, you're gonna have
a ride.
You're gonna have a ride problem any time. But I am
Not
exhausted
not
with
over.
this argument, sir. We're not getting anywhere. So you may go
I'm
with
just
this.
trying to let my can make it there. You're saying open up here when you can't make it. I can make it there in October.
Your Honor,
Yes.
his bond date was set for August 27th.
All right. August 27th is when you have to be here.
All right. I was already planning on that. Perfect.
All right. August 27th, 9 a.m. Be here at the courthouse. All right. You may go, sir.
Well, that's the end of that. Yeah, so it seems at the end that he already had a date, and I guess that's the date he was planning on. But either way, at least they was able to switch it for him. So, yeah. So far as any members go, if you can't get into the chat that I have set up when you go through that community post, let me know. I'm going after this live stream. I'm going to check and see if I have any outstanding requests to get in there. And I'm gonna send something back again, because in the beginning, when I had a whole bunch of you that signed up, I sent stuff back to you, but nobody is in there. It's just a few of us are in there. I mean, a good amount. Rob is definitely in there. Rob, you still on here? I need you to jump in there after the live stream or whenever you have time. I need to send you a message. So, it might have been the end of a speedy trial. Okay, well, his date, they changed it to the date that met his bond, so he's good to go now. Let's see. Go to the community post bag and check. Just read through his post in there for members. Yeah, I see that, Rob. Yeah, thanks a lot. So thanks everybody for watching tonight. And okay, thank you. I will be in there, my child. Okay, so I will see y'all around on the next one. Thanks for joining tonight. And I hope y'all have a good wherever you are, whatever time it is. All right. And I should have a video coming. Well, not tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. All my videos releasing only in the morning. All right. See y'all next time.